York University, Associate Professor. We are here at COP25 of the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change. I'm here in my capacity as head of delegation for York University, and I'm very excited to have here joining us Joseph Pallant, who is from Ecotrust Canada. Joseph, welcome to our delegation. We are extremely happy to have you with us at York University crew. And please tell us a little bit about your work and what you have been doing here at COP.
Absolutely, thanks so much, and it's a delight and an honor to be part of the York University delegation, and it's amazing to be back here at COP. It's such a powerful and important part of the world today and of humanity's work together to fight climate change. Sometimes people feel that things move slowly at COPs, but it's a consensus-based mechanism. Every single country in the world has to agree to move things forward, and so I feel that that's so powerful. My work at Ecotrust Canada is really quite involved in a lot of pieces of this and is supported by this work. I'm the Director of Climate Innovation, and I work developing community projects, community carbon projects, allowing forest-dependent communities, Indigenous communities to improve forest outcomes, to gain and maintain more control over what happens in their traditional territories based on the value of keeping that carbon in place. We are also working to develop new platforms and policies and infrastructure to really fill the gap between carbon offsets and policy and support the government in investing in improved forest carbon outcomes with the communities in and of the forests. Finally, we're also working on blockchain for climate to put the Paris Agreement on the blockchain, connecting the national carbon inventories of all the countries in the world to enable corresponding adjustments and the collaboration of all countries of the world to fight climate change together.
That's excellent. It's very interesting, and in fact the focus on forests, land and ecosystems is very important because this year's COP is the COP of action. It is also a COP that focuses on oceans, which means that we are becoming more and more aware of the real impact of climate change on ecosystems, marine ecosystems, land, forest, and so your work at Ecotrust is extremely timely. We don't have any time left for complacency or even patience. We need to act now. And in fact, one of the areas of action is precisely on understanding the impact of climate change on health and health of individuals, communities, and also ecosystems. So one of the things that I do in my research at York University is that I'm partnering with the German Development Institute based in Bonn, where we work on raising ambition involving many different actors, cities, regions, businesses, working beyond the UNFCCC to connect local actions to the process here at the COP. We held a big event the first week, which was on nature-based solutions and maximizing synergies beyond 2020. 2020 is a very important year, precisely on these issues that we've been talking about. Now, Joseph, we also have something in common other than being part of the same delegation here at York University, is that we are both affiliated at York University with the Valle Institute for Global Health Research. And in fact, the side event that I held jointly with the German Development Institute here at the COP last week, it was part of a larger project that I pursue at the Idil Institute for Global Health Research. We are keen to understand better the health impacts of climate change, how we can develop adaptation, how we can make communities more resilient, and to make sure that we understand also and value the contributions of indigenous communities, knowledges, in order to make society and communities more in tune with nature and more resilient. Can you tell us a little bit about the work that you do at the Idil Institute for Global Health Research?
Absolutely. Well, I'm so honored and glad to be pulled under wing and pulled into the group at Daldala. Our work with Blockchain for Climate is really building connective tissue and unlocking a critical piece of the Paris Agreement, where we enable double entry bookkeeping, where if one country reduces emissions and then sends some of that to another country, where we then reduce the emissions of the buyer country and increase it of the seller country. And it's a geeky little piece, but it's absolutely critical to maintain the environmental integrity. And once that happens, we can then really engage all of the countries of the world, whether they have a lot of money, whether they have less money, whether they have cost-effective emission reductions, whether emission reductions are really expensive. And so I feel that this planetary connectivity, it mimics the reality of our atmosphere, it mimics the reality of the human experience, and of sort of the reality and the spirit of humanity, and I believe it's a really good piece of the puzzle at the Valle Institute for Global Health Research because of the interdisciplinary nature of their mission, and because of, I guess it is the underlying humanity of what's happening. And so we're working on using technological tools and lots of knowledge and information and learning forward into the future around how we can link this process here with the UNFCCC, with all the countries of the world, with 20,000 people or so here at COP, and bring that home to health impacts.
Thank you so much. And indeed, the shared humanity that we have to become much more attuned to is the way we can solve the climate crisis. And we're very happy to have you with us, and we're very happy here at the COP to be working as hard as possible with all the entire crew, and so we are very excited to be hearing from others and continuing our activities. Thank you, Joseph.
Thank you.